you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and just do this. So I did a video a few days ago where I basically talked about how black fatigue is cap. Non-black people are lying when they do these, when they talk about black fatigue. What I meant, because there's a lot of misunderstanding and confusion. There's some people that are either playing dumb or simply just didn't get what I meant by that. So I decided, let me give further explanation to what I was saying. This is what I was saying. Black fatigue is cap because a lot of non-black people, right? They don't have the actual experience of what it's like living in the black community and actually dealing with black people day in and day out like an actual black person does. So them doing content talking about black issues and what goes on in the black community, black people this, black people that, it's not authentic coming from them. The dude that got assassinated, he is the wrong person to be talking about that. Like he's not the message guy for that. The white girl, Pearl, same thing. Like these is white people that grew up in all white, like it's like this. If you white and you grew up in an all white neighborhood, suburbs, when you was a kid, when you became a teenager, you became an adult, now you're a grown man or a grown person and you've been around white people your whole life, you don't have the qualifications to be trying to be the message person for what goes on in the black community. Like that's not, you're not authentic. Like I said, if you watch a Pearl video where she's trying to talk about black issues, you can just tell she's not authentic with that. That's not authentic. The dude that got assassinated, same thing with him. You can just tell he was doing that to get views. He knew that people were going to react to it, respond to it. He knew that people were going to get emotional and he was going to feed all. That's what he was doing. You see what I'm saying? My thing is, if you are black, right, and you want to hear about black issues that negatively impact the black community, why would you be listening to a non-black person trying to tell you about that shit? That doesn't make any sense. That's the stupidest shit I ever heard. You mean to tell me a white bitch is going to tell you about what goes on in the black community and you're listening to that shit? That should not be something you're doing. The dude that got assassinated, he's saying that black people that got good careers are DEI hires, when you know damn well there's plenty of black folks that, like I said in the video, went to school, learned trades, and got great careers because of that. But he says that. You shouldn't be listening to shit like that. That's all I'm saying. It ain't no diss. People, a lot of people are hearing this. They saying, oh, there's some people that was like, oh, you trying to say white people that are not black can't speak on black issues. They can do what they want, but if you're black, you should be disinterested in listening to somebody who's not black trying to tell you about what's going on in the black community. That should be of no interest to you if you're black. You want to hear about what goes on in the black community and how fucked up our community is and all this shit, you need to seek out a black person that obviously lives the black experience from the inner city where it's all black people, knows about black people. They talking about that shit. A non-black person cannot give you that. They just cap. It's cap. And then, like I said, the majority of non-black people, they don't really be having problems with black people like that. When they're not at work and when they don't have to deal with black people, they usually be people. There's nothing wrong with that. Not too many Latinos is hanging around a bunch of black people every day, like an actual black person would. So if a Latino is telling you he got black fatigue, he's most likely he's capping. Seeing shit on the internet or seeing shit on the news about black people misbehaving, that's not the same thing as actually being around black people every day and seeing bullshit. These people do not have that type of experience with black people, but yet they're trying to do content talking about that shit like they do. That's not authentic. So if you're black, you should have no interest in wanting to hear some shit like that. You should be listening to a black person talking about that stuff. You dig what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean you're racist against white. Anybody, white people is a great community. Latinos is a great community. So it ain't no anti-white, anti-Latinos. You know, they legit, they on point. So it ain't no diss to them. It's just that they're not qualified or they're not authentic to be talking about that. They got their own community, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? So it's just fake. So it's cap. I don't believe a white person when they say they got black fatigue. I feel like they're just saying that because it's popular to say, it's the new trend, and shit like that. But I doubt you don't got, like, that's cap. And like I said, the majority of people that black people violate the most is other black people. You know what I'm saying? If you black, you know this shit. You can't even walk down the street without another black person mean mugging you. I hope that never happens to you. It's going to be a black person robbing your ass. If you got shot, it's going to be another black person that shot your ass. Unless you're at the wrong place and wrong time and them crazy people just start randomly shooting. But, we don't want none of that to happen. So we know what it is. Or like drug dealers. You don't see niggas setting up shops in the suburbs selling drugs. No, they're selling that shit in the inner city, the hood, where black people be at. Black people doing this. Remember when the Black Lives Matter protest was going on? You had black people that were drug dealers wearing Black Lives Matter shirt going to Black Lives Matter protests, but they sell drugs in the black community. You see what I'm saying? Y'all heard what Big Meech said. I know y'all love Big Meech. All you Big Meech fans was most black people. Remember what he said? Don't sell drugs to white people, sell drugs to black people. So what I'm saying is black people typically, not all the time, but most of the time violate other black people. You dig? So it's like, it should be black people telling you about that, not somebody who's not black. So when a non-black person says shit like that, it doesn't come off authentic. So when you see all these non-black people doing these videos all on YouTube and shit, I'm telling y'all right now, they're capping. They don't got black fatigue. They know that's just going to get views and they're going to blow up. Their subscribers is going to blow up, the whole nine. And they know that shit. That's why they're doing it. Take Pearl for an example. She came out. She knew if I side with black people and say what they want to hear, that's going to blow me up. She was smart and it worked. You know what I'm saying? Because the only thing she could say about black people is, oh, she dates black, because she dates black dudes. She dates black dudes, so she can talk romantic shit about black people. But when it comes to like social commentary in the black community, she's not qualified for that. Like, no, I don't want to hear that from you. A white woman telling me about black women? Nah, I can't. I don't think I can listen to that. Substitute her for an actual black person that actually deals with black women. That's all I'm saying. That's not racist. That's not no hating shit. That's not no anti nothing. It's just is what it is, That's all it is. It's no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? We good with everybody, but we got to keep it real. A Latino dude saying he got black fatigue, pretty sure that's cap. Pretty sure that's cap. No person answering. What if I'm mixed? Should I only listen to one of my parents? If you mixed, you kind of like in a unique situation because you kind of got best of both worlds. You half black and you half white. I'm assuming that's what you are. So that's up for you to decide who you want to roll with. So I can't. It is what it is. But if you mixed, I'll say this though. If you mixed, you're probably going to identify with being black, because if mixed, people are going to see that and they're going to be like, oh, you're black. Like, former President Obama, didn't he have a white mom? And he's mixed, he's considered what? A black person. So even though you got the best of both worlds, you probably want to identify with black. So based off that, I guess you can listen to your black parent. Then you said not to get off topic, but I got a question. I'm also a big fan of your channel. All right, well, ask me a question then. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. It's not no, I just don't understand how people don't get what I was saying, or some people do. Most people get what I'm saying, but I just want to respond to the few people that were saying some bullshit, talking about, oh, white people can't say this. Like I said, they're just the wrong messenger for that. That's all I'm saying. That's all. I don't think a black person should listen to a white person talking about social commentary in the black community. I don't agree with that. If you black, I'm going to be disappointed if you're listening to that. A white dude is telling you about how black families are fucked up. If you don't get that shit out of here. Is a girl mocking a guy a sign that she finds him to be attracted? Or is that a bad sign? I want your opinion. If she's mocking you, shit, I guess it could go either way. That could go either way. She could find you attractive, or she could be dissing you and shit. That could go either way. I'll say that. In my FBA, define FBA real quick. Cause I am, but I want you to define it for me. I think what happened is you must have seen my videos and you see that I'm light skinned and you probably think I'm mixed with something, but I'm not. But yeah, that's all. You know, we good over here, man. We just ain't trying to hear all that shit, man. Can't no non-black person educate me on how ill the black community is. Like that shit ain't gonna work. And it shouldn't work for you either. That's all. So it ain't authentic if somebody who ain't black saying they got black fatigue. If a black person said they got black fatigue, that's more authentic and believable because that's who deals with black people the most, actual black people, not somebody who's not black. That's just what it is. So it is what it is. That's what we doing. Yeah, I'm FBA. I'm FBA. ICE agents can't do nothing with me. They can't do nothing with me. So yeah, an ICE agent can run down on me right now. They can't do nothing with me. America is the home of Solidus-T. So I will never get deported. You know, so. But I don't want to ruffle nobody's feathers though. Like all the non-black people, I don't want to ruffle y'all feathers. It ain't, like I said, I respect y'all. It ain't like that. It's just that I had to address that because certain videos was kind of weird. So I thought I'd address it, but it ain't like that. You know, when it comes to this, dealing with black folks, I don't believe y'all had the experience actual black people do. That's all. It ain't, you shouldn't be offended. If you non-black listening to this shouldn't bother you, to be honest with you. What really should happen is if you non-black listening to this, after this live is over with, you should be like, man, fuck that video. I ain't thinking about that shit. To be honest with you, that should be your reaction. It shouldn't bother you like that to the point where you're like, oh man, fuck that nigga video. I ain't thinking about that shit. I ain't worried about that. Because like I said, it ain't no diss like that. It's just, there's just certain things that just don't come off authentic from y'all, and that's one of them. No more. That's like me talking to a bunch of white people about how it is in the white community. That's not authentic. I'm not white. I don't even deal with white people as much as I deal with black people. Only time I deal with white people is when I be fucking them white broads. Other than that, I don't really be dealing with white people like that. No, not for no reason. No, I'm not racist. I'm definitely not racist, but I'm just saying that's really the only time I deal with them. It's when I'm just fucking on some white girls. I got a white girlfriend. I'm hanging with one white person, but just hanging around white people in their world all the time where I could really say shit. No, I don't have that. I can't say that. So imagine if I was up here saying, oh, white people this, white people that, to a bunch of white people talking about their community, talking about the ins and outs of their community. It wouldn't be authentic. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I don't know about that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's the same thing with the black. Like, so that's what it is. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I just wanted to address that real quick. I ain't trying to be doing this shit too long. Shit. It is what it is. I was watching these basketball games. So just wanted to address that real quick. So that's all. So yeah, I'm gonna say it again before I go. Black fatigue is cap. It's not cap for black people, but it's cap for non-black people. Now y'all know that if you didn't know. And yeah, if you want to hear about the black community and how fucked up it is, seek out black content creators that talk about that, not non-black content creators. So yeah, we out. Hold up, you said VJ up next. I'm assuming you're talking about VJ Edgecombe for the Sixers. Let me see if he responds to that real quick. I'm assuming that's who he's talking about. Okay, yeah. That was a nice draft pick for them. He seems to be a good player. He got some Jimmy Butler game in him. Yeah, VJ Edgecombe is solid, but like I said, ever since Allen Iverson retired, I ain't been too much of a Sixers fan. Joel Embiid can't stay healthy. Paul George, in my opinion, should retire. Tyrese Maxey is dope. I like Tyrese Maxey. He's a great player, but I don't think he can do that shit by himself. But we'll see. I'm a Timberwolves fan. We just got that smoke by the Nuggets. But shit, it is what it is. But I'll let y'all go. So, yeah, black fatigue is cap.